All right, here we go, kiddos. Section 4, Chapter 5. Quite possibly the most important mathematical theorem you will ever come across, the Fundamental Theorem of Calculus Part 1. And it's really an interesting theorem. It does a lot of cool things. And basically, here's what it says in Math Ease. If a function f is continuous on a to b, then the function capital F of x is equal to the integral from a to x f t dt and has a derivative at every point x in the interval a to b. And the derivative of capital F is equal to the derivative of the integral, which is equal to f of x. Now what? Let's take a look. Well, let me just grab my handy-dandy calc book here. There's a couple things in here I want to share with you about this that are really important. Number one is all of this started back with Newton and Leibniz. And that's where the calculus comes from, and that's where this theorem comes from, and all the stuff that we do comes from those two guys kind of working independently. And it's possible that maybe one of them borrowed a lot from the other, but you know, it's not been documented very well. And so here's the deal. The first part, which is this guy, this first part says that the definite integral of a continuous function is a differentiable function of its upper limit of integration. Okay? And then it tells us what that derivative is. All right, you might need to back up and rewind that again. But what we're saying is, if we got a continuous function, we can integrate, and that upper limit of integration becomes the differentiable function. How does that look in real life? Okay, well, let's check out this cool cat right here. Find d dx of the integral from negative pi to x of cosine t dt. So we're going to use the fundamental theorem of calculus right here. And notice what it says is f of t dt, if I go from some lower limit to a variable upper limit, so from a to x f t dt, then what I'm going to do is just simply replace these things, and I'll get the function that I'm interested in. I'm taking the derivative of this integral, and so what's going to happen? This is going to happen. Cosine x. That's what this guy becomes. Everywhere you see t, you just replace the t with the x, and you're good. Well, okay. What about this guy over here? d dx of x from 0 to x of 1 over 1 plus t squared dt. Again, what you do with this guy is you replace the t value with the upper limit of integration. We're taking the derivative of the integral from 0 to some upper limit of integration, which means that that limit is sliding wherever we need it to go. All right? And when you do that, the fundamental theorem of calculus says this guy's going to be 1 plus x squared. It's really interesting. And you may have to just do what I do for a little while and work these problems out exactly how I've worked them out before you finally kind of start getting, oh, this is really what's going on with this. Don't make this a really super difficult, super hard issue. The fundamental theorem of calculus is an important theorem, and it's full of math lingo that you may or may not get the first time you see it, but keep working on these guys, work these problems like I'm working these problems, and eventually it'll start to click into place of what's going on.